guys, Kristen Collins. Hope you're doing well and excited to connect with you this week to talk about the art of surrender and how are we living our lives in flow, not allowing all those things that we cannot control and that scare us to death to be dictating our life. How are we taking this experience from surviving to thriving through the art of surrender? So often when we hear the word surrender, we think about giving up. We're going to throw up the white flag and be like, I quit, I surrender, I can't do this anymore. And sometimes it takes us to actually hit a bottom to let go and to get into flow. And I'm hoping today's conversation, we don't have to hit rock bottom, that we can go ahead and contemplate and better understand that the art of surrender is actually courage. It's actually the knowledge and the awareness to know that when we surrender to things that are bigger than us, that we cannot control, and we're used as a conduit or a vehicle for love, for connectivity, for kindness, that's when we're in our groove. And why are we working so hard to control all that exterior stuff instead of surrendering and being in flow? So as we approach our day, if we can shift our mindset and be open to what reality have I created? What norms have I created? What mindset do I live my life through that keeps me stuck? And can we open up and surrender through courage and love that we are going to be the conduit and go ahead and live a life on purpose? So I was looking through one of my favorite books by Michael Singer called The Untethered Soul as I was contemplating this topic today. And I wanted to read to you guys 2 paragraphs about let go now or fall. And I thought that was just perfect because it's about surrender and it's about how are we letting go, or are we going to try to stay in control and fall? So Michael has to say, the exploration of self is interwoven with the unfolding of one's life. The natural ups and downs of life can either generate personal growth or create personal fears. Which of these dominates is completely dependent upon how we view change. Change can be viewed as either exciting or frightening, but regardless of how we view it, we must all face the fact that change is the very nature of life. If you have a lot to fear, you won't like change. You'll try to create a world around you that is predictable, comfortable, and definable. You'll try to create a world that doesn't stimulate your fears. Fear doesn't want to feel itself. It's actually afraid of itself. So you utilize the mind in an attempt to manipulate life for the purpose of not feeling fear. People don't understand that fear is a thing. It's just another object in the universe that you are capable of experiencing. You can do one of 2 things with fear. You can recognize that you have it and work to release it, or you can keep it and try to hide from it. Because people don't deal with fear objectively, they don't understand it. They end up keeping their fear and trying to prevent things from happening that would stimulate it. They go through life attempting to create safety and control by defining how they need life to be in order to be okay. This is how the world becomes frightening. So thank you, Michael Singer, for those inspiring words. I just thought that so resonated with today's subject of surrender. So as we know, the only thing that is guaranteed in life is change, and that we're always going to experience ebbs and flows and things that we term ups and downs. They're all here to help us experience the full array of emotions that we are capable of feeling. That's why we're here. We're not just here to be happy. We're here to feel everything and then be comfortable with that and make decisions based on that. So how are you going to revisit through your lens how you're trying to control your life and not surrender to the experience? And again, surrender doesn't mean giving up and becoming a doormat. It means becoming objective and an observer and being like, wow, that's so interesting. I wonder why that just happened. I didn't like that. It actually scared me to death. I wonder what the lesson is there. I wonder if the lesson was for me. I wonder if I was here to support the lesson of that other person. So as we know, we cast our vision unattached to outcome, but we surrender to that outcome, knowing that we are just here as a conduit to go ahead and experience all that this world has to offer, because all that we really have is love. All that we are is love, and we're all connected through love. So I hope today's topic of surrender and being in flow inspires you when you wake up in the morning to take those deep breaths and surrender to what the day is going to present itself, and know that it's all in divine time. Last week I was really caught up because things are not happening in the timing that I have set my agenda upon, and it was a really funny wake-up call for me, because I'm like, that's right, I'm not actually the one in control. I'm the one experiencing all of this, and I need to be curious and in wonder like a child. Wow, that's so interesting. And I thought about this too. You know, the point isn't getting there. How many things did I set a goal for, or to obtain, or to achieve? And then kind of the second it happened, all of a sudden that high from that, you know, thing or that experience went away. Life's about the journey. It's about the experience, and we're not running out of time. There is nothing but time. And how can we enjoy the journey as it unfolds in the timing that it's supposed to? And we have to stop trying to control all that, and we can surrender and be in flow. And my last thought for today is, think of someone that you know that is in flow. You don't even have to literally know them. Think of someone that you experience, whether that's someone famous, you know, or someone that's a stranger, but you keep experiencing, but you don't actually have connectivity to, or it could be someone you know very well. But I want you to think about someone that's in flow. And what does that look like? And what does that feel like? And what energy are they putting out? And we all should live our lives in flow. And that's what we're here to accomplish and to find, is that flow, is that connection. And I think about Carrie Underwood as a great example of, I have these two pictures, one when she auditioned for American Idol, and she was this frail, meek string bean. And then I have this other picture of Carrie Underwood in flow, when she's living her life in full-blown purpose. And you can't tell me that Carrie just had it all handed to her. She had to go up and down and ebb and flow, and still to this day has trials and tribulations, but she is on point and she is living at large, and she's worked really hard at that. And a big part of that has been her letting go to allow that flow to work through her, so she could gift all of us with her magnificence. So who is your true north when it comes to flow? And how can you too become someone that is inspirational to others because you're in flow? And being in flow means that you embrace who you are with your special, very special gifts and talents. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this week's conversation about surrender and the art of flow, and possibly pick up Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. I think I need to reread it because it has a lot of juicy tidbits in there, and that helps me remember to let go and be in flow. Thanks, guys. I look forward to seeing you next week. Please keep in touch. You know you inspire me. Bye.